this is Sonepat from K12 News. I welcome you all at Inspire 2022 hosted by GSLC and Rishihood University. Hello all and welcome back, and today I am here with Miss Meghana. And hi ma'am, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And ma'am, what is your designation?
I'm a founder chairperson for Fountainhead Global School and Junior College from Hyderabad.
Okay, so ma'am, how was your day today?
It started amazingly and a lot of inputs from GSLC, and we had a first panel discussion on what we have to look at for tomorrow and how can we address that today. This session, a very insightful session by a spiritual leader. How do you actually put your mind at peace so that you achieve what you wanted to achieve? It's amazing so far.
So, ma'am, what are your thoughts about this education industry, and how do you think all these leaders and speakers can make it much more better for the future learners, and how can you make it interesting for them so that they get their minds and brains into it and start learning the way they used to?
Okay. So I feel, if we focus mostly on life skills, that should be the way forward, because education is all about preparing the child. How do you face next coming 40 years with what you have learned, right? How do you put that to use? So I feel most of the educators are doing amazingly well in their own ways, but sometimes for the learner to accept it might take a little more time for them to start and figure it out. So I feel creating platforms for different areas of learning is one of the best ways to look forward for creating those avenues for children to test what they have learned. Will that work for them or not? I think that will create, or that will inculcate that kind of an interest in them, saying that, oh, this is something that I learned and I put to test and it worked, and they're excited about it and they wanted to try even further more to learn more, than stressing themselves out thinking okay, I learned this but I don't know where to use it, and I really am worried that if I have to learn further, will I have that capacity or capability to do it better? So I think if we concentrate mostly on growth mindset and avenues and where the students can put their learning to practical use, is something that as an educator that I would prefer for the students to take this forward.
So that was a very thoughtful idea, and moreover, I think the way you are saying, they'll be much more confident as well.
Absolutely.
Right? By the time they'll complete their test, they'll be like, yes, now I know this specific topic, and now we can move ahead and forward with the other topics as well.
Right. So it is not always has to be a test. It could be a platform that they can actually put it to use, because testing actually brings in a lot of stress on a child, thinking that I'll have to perform here. But when you actually create an avenue for them to understand what their learning is, for example, taking up a problem and to how to find solutions for that problem in a real-time situation or a scenario, will actually boost their confidence. For example, as simple as growing a tree, right? Sometimes you know that it needs soil, it needs water, and it needs some nutrition. But if you don't know in what combination do you have to actually give, sometimes you have you have an orchid where they're very delicate to raise. So but the combination is a little different. They all need the same, right? But daffodils might not need so much of care, right? So this is, if you can figure this out as an educator and give that as a task for your children, they understand, okay, this is what I need to do. And you are not judging them all the time, not marking them all the time, will also help them do things with a lot of ease, right? So any real-time problem, let it be within their school, within their community, that if the students can pick that up and use what all they learned. For example, in our school, what we did was we were having a small discussion on child rights and went on to reviving a lake. Right? This helped our students to actually put in a lot of inputs, whatever that they have learned, in brainstorming, in trying to critical thinking, collaboration, communication, even citizenship as well, right? So it helped them become more stronger individuals, because now that they know their learning is kept to use, and they were able to solve one of the biggest problems of their neighborhood, and they could bring down the amount of dengue cases in that given scenario. So this boosted their confidence to a level that they wanted to understand why they are learning and where they can implement that learning, rather than just learning and taking a test.
Stay tuned for more at Gateway News. Thank you.